Good evening and welcome to the Rockefeller Oval here in Yonkers, New York, for this evening's game between the Milwaukee Dutchmen and the New York Haberdashers. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineup in batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Dutchmen. Batting first, the third baseman, number 23, Nello Bothrot. Batting second, the center fielder, number 45, Chesty Squiders. Batting third, the shortstop, number 18, Bing the Bung. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 59, Joey Bread. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 58, Belly Legroom. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 28, Bustles Muxin. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 2, Ben Sex. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 11, Mike Gunk. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 36, Savid Bowie. And it's hats off to the Dashers. Here they are, the New York Haberdashers. The left fielder, number 11, Versi Moore. The center fielder, number 34, Robert Bracken. The third baseman, number 6, Foul Ball Duncans. The first baseman, number 10, Loud Juice Kendrick. The right fielder, number 14, Whiny Jagoff. The second baseman, number 15, Pefty Wilcone. The shortstop, number 2, Pod Murray. The catcher, number 12, Doug Lumps. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for your New York Haberdashers, number 36, Rasmus Auctions.
Hello and good evening. You're listening to Radio WJZ, New York's home of the New York Haberdashers. My name is Scooch Closer, bringing you this game 47 of the 90-game Continental League season for the year 1921. The New York Haberdashers, 22 and 24, 8 games out of first place, looking to move up to 500 for the season in a series with the Milwaukee Dutchmen. This is the final game of a 2-game series. The Haberdashers did win their last game. They're on a 3-game winning streak, as the Dutchmen are on a 2-game losing streak. The last game yesterday, 5-1, in favor of the Dashers. On first already is Nello Bothrot. Chesty Squiders will pop that one up into center field. Rabbit Bracken with the catch in center field for the Dashers. Here's Bing the Bung. And that's going to get right out of the way of the glove of Versi Moore. It takes a big trajectory. It only ends up being a double for the Bung, excuse me. Bing the Bung, a Puget Sounder that is now found his way starting at shortstop for the Dutchmen.
Hands up.
On the mound today is Rasmus Auctions, 3-6 this season, and 8.16 ERA. He's not quite at his form that he was in last year for the Dashers. 31 strikeouts. He's pitched 60 2/3 innings in 12 appearances. He's making his 12th start. And that's going to be out number 2. Getting Joey Bread. Keeps the runners at second and third. No runs scored as of yet. 2 outs. Here is Belly Legroom. Back in the Dutchman's side. Starting at first base at the moment. Had a good year last year, coming in late. He stayed up in Milwaukee. Came from the Lowlanders side, which are now down in Louisiana. They were in Layton Park, a suburb of Milwaukee. He will ground out to put a 0 on the board. 2 hits, 2 runners stranded. No score. Starting things off for the Dashers, it's Versi Moore. On the mound is Savid Bowie, 3-3, a 3.02 ERA, so the record's not going his way, but the ERA is fantastic. 39 strikeouts, making his 12th start as well. On the New York Haberdashers. A 2-2 count. That's going to go right back to Bowie. for out number 1. Jesse Moore, 333 average, no help that time. Rabbit Bracken, his first season in New York. He was playing for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians last year. Played 18 games for them. On a 0-2 pitch, he's going to line it right to belly leg room for out number 2. I was going to say Rabbit Bracken is batting 326 this season, but I guess number 2 is Foulball Duncans, a 346 average for him. His third season in New York has found a starting role. He has made appearances in 40, will this be 41 of the 47 games so far this season. He swings at that one for a strike 2. Full count, 2 outs. Fouls it off, stays alive for Savid Bowie. And gets it right to the bung. To leg room for a 1-2-3 inning. Well, we're through 1. No score. Rasmus Auctions back on the mound for the Haberdashers. And he faces Bustle's Muxon. Nope. Muxon is batting 300 this season. That's roughly what his career average is. He's been hovering around that all 3 seasons with the Milwaukee Dutchmen. On a 1-0 pitch, he grounds it out to Foulball Duncans. Throw to Kendrick is in time, 1 away. And here's rookie sensation Ben Sex. He's been the starting second baseman for much of this season for Milwaukee. After 2 successful seasons for the Lowlanders. A full last season, and he played 8 games for them in Louisiana. He had a 345 average. He will be on with the third hit of the game for the Dutchman. A single up the middle. 1 away. Here is Mike Gunk.
Inside.
Catcher coming in. Max Beef for the replacing Max Beef in the signings. Max Beef going to be training to become a catcher for the Dutchman. Perhaps we see him again. Mike Gunk has been quite good as well. 25 at-bats, 5 hits. That's a 400 for him. But that's going to be a pop-up into shallow outfield. With 2 outs and 1 runner on, the pitcher spot, Savid Bowie comes up.
Follow.
Ball 1 is low.
That's low.
Bowie has recorded 1 hit this season in 18 at-bats. It was an RBI though. An RBI single. Oh, and that's gone! Oh, to the plums! Well, they recover and get the out. But Rasmus Auctions takes one right to the crotchal region. Well, the pelvis of Rasmus Auctions must be throbbing at the moment.
Onside.
The out is recorded. But someone is going to need to tend to the crotchular region
Right.
of Rasmus Auctions.
That's up.
Hope he does not have a groinial injury.
No ball 4.
But his, let's say his days of being fertile might be hindered for the moment.
No, inside.
Well, in the meantime, Loud Goose Kendrick did walk to first. A 1-1, a 1-2 now count for Quiney Jagoff. Batting .290 this season, 7 home runs, 27 runs batted in. That's going to just hug the third base line. It's going to trickle all the way to foul territory. Joey Brett has to go running. It is a stand-up double, possibly going for 3. No, he's going to stay in, but it will be an RBI double for Quiney Jagoff. The Dashers take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Hefty Wilcone to the plate here, 6th in the order. 310 his average this season, 10 home runs. His rookie season for the Dashers. 2 seasons and 26 games with the Nashville Fire. That's going to drop right out of reach of Bing the Bomb. It'll be a single, moving Jagoff to third. And here is Pud Murray. Pud Murray, a recent call-up. He is a Tacoma Smelter for 10 games, where he batted .342, had 3 home runs in 10 games. fantastic season so far. And that's going to be a strikeout. Well, Pud Murray strikes out. First of the day for Savid Bowie. He just two Doug Lumps. Tried and true dasher. Third season with New York. Playing in his 100th career game. So congratulations to him. He does, however, sacrifice home another run. So that moves Will Combs to second. It brings Jagoff home. And Rasmus Auctions takes a swing and gets out number 3. Not before the New York Haberdashers put 2 more runs on the board. Great to see and great to read about. He still remains on the mound. What a difficult, treacherous, and wonderful. We're seeing he still looks like he's doing quite well. He's trying to just get mentally get out of this headspace of hitting a ball hitting him right in the testicles.
Off the plate.
But kudos indeed to Rasmus Auction for staying in this.
That's outside.
It's astounding.
Oh, outside.
And now he faces Chesty Squiders with 1 out. Top of the 3rd.
Take your base.
He does walk Chesty Squiders, so 1 away, 1 runner on. Here's Bing the Bung. Auction still trying to shake off the absolute horror of the reality that in the previous inning he took a line drive square to the fruit bag, I suppose, the fruit sack, right where the groceries are kept, so to speak. I don't know a better way to put it, right into the here on radio for you, but I hope you get what I am picking up.
You're out.
Gets him to pop up into the air and Bing the Bung. That is now out number 2. Well, excuse me, that was Joey Bread popping it up. And here is belly legroom right to Pud Murray, first pitch. Strands the 2, puts another 0 on the board. Well, Rasmus Auctions gets to rest his crotchal region, the crotchular region of his. And he can go have a seat.
Nope.
And hopefully put some ice on it. Coming up to the plate, it is now second time through. Versi Moore.
Out.
And he's going to line that one right off the bat for out number 1. Here's Bracken.
Inside. Follow.
He's low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Swing, and that's going to go just foul for a 2-2 count. Pops it up in the air for out number 2. Ben Sex is there with the catch. That's 2 away. Foul ball Duncans is next up to bat. First pitch is up. Ball 1. Duncans has a 346 average.
That's high.
In line with his career average of 341.
Steve. Take your base.
And he will walk. There'll be another walk to second walk today for Savid Bowie, and it brings up Loud Juice Kendrick with 2 outs. Kendrick, the first walk of the game for Bowie.
Steve.
That one's low for well, it's low but in the zone for 0-2 count, and he's going to single that one right up the middle. Move Duncans to second. Kendrick is now on first with 2 outs. It's Whiny Jagoff. had an RBI in his first at-bat. Breaks his bat on that, fouling it off. 0-2 the count. Ball 1. 1-2 now for Quiney Jagoff, and that's going to find the gap in the outfield. That will surely score another run. Jagoff is turning for second. Will Kendrick turn for home? He will. It will be another double for Quiney Jagoff. He scores another 2 runs. It's 4-0 in favor of the Haberdashers.
Off the plate.
Well, Pefty Wilcone is next up to play. Had a single in his last at-bat, was batted home by Doug Lumps. Oh, beg pardon, he was stranded. He was left on base. That's going to go right to Ben Sex. Throw in time to leg room for out number 3. Well, another 2 on the board for the Dashers after 3 innings. It is 4-0. Auctions back on the mound, facing Bustles Muxon for the second time. Makes contact on the first pitch, but not very good. Kendrick scoops it up, throws it over to Auctions for out number 1. That's going to be Ben Sex grounding out to foul ball. Duncan's through. Kendrick is in time for out number 2. Up next is Mike Gunk, who's going to drop that in with a 2-out single. All the way to Versi Moore in left field. He is on with his first hit of the game. Gunk with an average of 400 this season. That's only 10 hits from 25 at-bats. So, of course, it's a small sample size, but quite good. His career average is 245. Did not do very well in his first season with Milwaukee. And Mickey Rockets will come in and pop it up. But coming in to relieve Savid Bowie here in the bottom of the 4th is Ed Thabione. And Ed Thabione, let's pull up his statistics so I can read off a bit about him. Have any of those, but I will get there in a bit. Ed Thabione, another relief pitcher playing for Louisiana Lowlanders. I'm just all over the place at the moment here. Well, 2 outs, and here is Auctions now taking the plate, hits it right through the bung, and the throws to leg room in time. A 1-2-3 inning puts a 0 on the board for the first time in 3 innings. For the Dashers, it's still 4-0. And Nello Buthrock starts things off. Nello Buthrock, well, on a second pitch of the at-bat, and he lines it right to Pud Murray for out number 1, top of the 5th. You're listening to Radio WJZ, New York's home for the New York Haberdashers. My name is Scooch Closer. This is the New York Haberdashers leading the Milwaukee Dutchmen 4 runs to nothing. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Chesty Squiders to the plate at the moment. Rasmus Auctions still on the mound for the Haberdashers, taking a line drive to the manhood. He's now continued to pitch very lights out like. Squiders grounds that to Murray. Throw to Kendrick in time. Leads the way for Bing the Bung. And the Bung hits it into right field. Quiney Jagoff with the catch. A 1-2-3 inning. And Ed Thabione is back on the mound for the Dutchmen. Bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through this one.
Inside. Outside.
another leadoff single for the Dashers. Versi Moore with his first of the game. And he will get caught stealing. So that will be out number one. What a throw from Gunk all the way to the mound. However, well, it could have been two, but Rabbit Bracken just goes and returns it with a home run. He hits it to industry.
No, inside.
Ed the Bjorn has given up only his second home run of the season, but the Haberdashers have a 5-0 lead thanks to Rabbit Bracken's first home run of the season. Not a home run hitter, but that's his first of the season. And following up, foul ball Duncans will pop it up into center field to Chesty Squiders. Here's Loud Juice Kendrick. Kendrick walked and had a single in his last two at-bats today. Going to get just fouled. Well, it was past the glove of leg room, but he ends up popping it up to the infielder for the third out. We are through 5 at the moment. The Dashers have now taken a 5-0 lead thanks to Rabbit Bracken's solo home run, brought to you by Industry Brand colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. When you are having a night on the town and you want someone to be intoxicated by your scent, there's only one thing you should reach for, and that is the scent of Industry. Found wherever smells are sold. My goodness, Rabbit Bracken denies an extra base hit of Joey Bread with a leaping catch that is worth a salt. This is why it's brought to you by Salt, the seasoning craze sweeping the nation. You can find it in your grocery stores with the pleasant springtime colors and the deer antlers on that. Just follow the deer and you'll find Salt.
Stay.
Belly leg room is 0 for 2 today, but he will walk. That is only Rasmus Auctions' second walk of the game. In fact, prior to today, in 60 and 2/3 innings, he's only walked 29 batsmen. That's very impressive. That's less than one walk every other inning. Allowing more runs these days. That's going to be a single up the middle to Rabbit Bracken. No fancy catch there. But it does prove runners on first and second for Ben Sex. And Sex is 1 for 2 today with a single in the second inning. He was stranded on base. 2-1 the count here in the top of the 6th. Auctions still on the mound through 5 1/3. Big swing by Sex, and that is actually Auctions' first strikeout of the game. And number 32 on the season for him. Doesn't walk many, he doesn't strike out many. Very much a ground ball pitcher. And gets them to pop up, make the fielding do the work. Mike Gunk pops it up to Versi Moore. And that is to the bottom of the 6th we go. Ed the Bjorn back on the mound.
Inside.
He's already pitched 2 innings strong in relief for Savid Bowie. Going to get Juani Jagoff to pop it up into foul territory. That was Nella Buffrot with the catch. Here is Pefty Wilcone, who's 1 for 2 today. He's going to pop it up on 0-1 pitch to Chesty Squiders in center field, 2 away. And this leads up to Pud Murray. Pud Murray, the former Tacoma Smelter, was picked up in the mid-season draft of the Nursery League West. He's been quite an addition to the New York Haberdashers. He's going to be on with a single. That's going to go all the way to left field. Joey Bread fields it. And Pud Murray is on base for the first time today. Here's Doug Lumps. He had a sacrifice.
Right.
Sacrifice RBI in the second inning. That was the second run scored by the Dashers today. And he's going to swing and miss for strike 3, retiring the side. We head to the top of the 7th. Ed Bion is first to bat, but I imagine he will not do so. Correct I am, it is Mantham Spones. He's not been seeing the field much. He's going to get a rare hit, only his 3rd hit of the season. But he's going to be on with a double. Actually, his 2nd double of the season. So Mantham Spones.
That's high.
Getting some playing time for the Dutchman. Coming in as a pinch hitter. Is on 2nd with his 2nd double of the season. Back to the top of the order with Nello Buthrot. Again, 367 his average this season with runners in scoring position, of which there is one. He bats .486. So he really comes in the clutch. That is a foul, so it is back behind the backstop, so it is a full count. Swing, and that's going to go right to Murray. Gets the out at first, does move Spones to 3rd. That will be the end of the day for Rasmus Auctions. Coming in to face Chesty Squiders is Rick Wishwash. And the Dutchmen get on the board with an RBI single from Chesty Squiders. Squiders, that is his 38th of the season. It is 5-1. And Bing the Bung follows up with another single up the middle. Runners are on 1st and 2nd with only 1 out on the board. Rake Wishwash, a pickup from the Norfolk Quips. He only played a few games for them. It's going to go all the way to the warning track. Percy Moore with the catch from Joey Bread's pop-up. It does move Squiders to 3rd. So runners are on the corner, and Wishwash now has 2 outs on the board and belly legroom to contend with. 2-0 the count. Wishwash does have a 3-1 record so far. He struck out 14 in 27 1/3 innings pitched. An ERA of 4.28. And he has walked legroom to load the bases for Bustle's Muxin. Muxin does represent, he represents the tying run at the plate at the moment. Can't believe I'm saying that. It's been all Haberdashers until this inning. Gonna hit it right to Pefty Wilcone, to Kendrick. Strands all 3 runners, and that will be a time to have a good stretch. As well, Food Thoyd takes the mound to face Dip Hurls.
Oh, outside. Oh, high.
Food Thoyd, the star reliever of the Dutchman, but what a jumping catch, denying a home run of Dip Hurls, caught by Joey Bread.
Oh, high.
And that's going to be out number 2, Percy Moore, grounding that one out. Food Thoyd, 8-5 his record this season as a reliever. 47 strikeouts, an ERA of 4.08. He has been getting results left and right for the Dutchman. He has come in to change games, to make the difference in games, and he is a dangerous pitcher to see facing down from home plate. He does go a 1-2-3 inning, but the Dashers already have a lead. They just need to keep it there. Wishwash back on the mound to face Ben Sex. A 0-2 count already for Ben Sex. Fouls off the 3rd pitch. Quishwash got out of a big jam with the bases loaded. 2 out. He had runners on the corners with 1 out. Got the second out after walking. A run-up. Gonna get Sex to pop it out to Versey Moore in left field. Mike Gunk is 1 for 3 today with a single.
Stay.
It's down the middle for strike 1. Line drive through the gap in the infield. Rabbit Bracken will field it, and it is a single. And who will come in? Will it be Food Thoyd, or will it be... It will be Deep Harris. Deep Harris hits it into the glove of Rabbit Bracken, who had to sprint to get there. And the pinch hitter, batting .303 this season, comes up empty for Nello Bothrat. Well, heading into the bottom of the 8th, the Dutchmen have either Bood Hooges, their closing pitcher, or Jeff Loud, both capable. But Nello Bothrat is going to single up the middle to Bracken, so runners are going to be on first and second yet again. And Quishwash, with 2 outs, faces Chesty Squiders, who had an RBI in his last at-bat. Squiders a .333. He's going to ground it to Pud Murray. Throw in time to Kendrick. Runners are stranded. And Quishwash gets out of it yet again. Well, foul ball Duncans, 3-4-5 in the order for the Dashers. And it's the closer for the Dutchman, Bood Hooges,
Right.
to face Duncans with Loud Juice Kendrick on deck. He strikes out Duncans looking. Hooges has pitched 32 in the 3rd innings. 16 strikeouts, that is number 17 for him. An 0-1 record, 3 saves. He has made appearances in 27 games. Broken bat should be a tough one, and can he outrun it? He can! It actually hits a sort of no man's land, and Kendrick is on with a fortunate single. Decide if Bothrat or Hooges was getting it. Well, there's a runner on for the Dashers here in the bottom of the 8th, and Pliny Jagoff has 3 runs batted in already. He's 2 for 3 today. 2 doubles to his name. He's going to contend for finest dandy of the day. Going to hit it right to Bing the Bong. Is going to get the runner out in a fielder's choice. So 2 outs. Could not complete the fancy Dan double play. But with 2 outs, here is Pefty Wilcone. The runner on first is Jagoff.
Stay. Outside.
And that is going to be continuing the run here with 2 outs. Wilcone is on with a single. It moves Jagoff to second. And with 2 outs and looking to maybe put another extra run on the board to extend this lead, where they are 3 outs away from defeating the Dutchman, it's Pud Murray. Murray is 1 for 3. A single in his last at-bat. It's that right to bed. Sex throw is in time to legroom, and that's out number 3. Well, will Rake Wishwash come in to complete the game for the Dashers, or will they go to their bullpen yet again? They've only used Rake Wishwash, who seems to start things off. He's got Bing the Bum to start with Joey Bread on deck. The Bung hits it very hard. So hard. Oh, the Bung hits it so hard to industry for a home run solo shot. It is now 5-2. That is his 3rd Continental League home run in very few games. Bing the Bung has been an absolute star for the Dutchman. Look to the future, and they will see the Bung is shining bright. Joey Bread has had a terrible game, 0 for 5. He's grounding that one out to Pud Murray. Throw to Loud Juice Kendrick is in time. 1 down. And now is Belly Legroom, who is 0 for 2, but has walked twice today. He's facing an 0-2 pitch already. Hits it into the air. Is it going to drop? It will. Right before Rabbit Bracken. Legroom is on with a single, one away. Up next is Bustles Muxon. Quishwash has already gone through 2 innings. Will they look to their bullpen, or will they put faith in him to complete this game, get 2 more outs, and secure a win for the Dashers? Well, Muxon hits it hard and far into the gap, all the way to the wall. It is a double. It will score a run. It scores. Legroom from first. It is 5-3. And Wishwash will stay in to face Ben Sex, who was 1 for 4 today, with Mike Gunk on deck. A 2-0 count. And the place here in the Rockefeller Oval here is getting a little bit quieter, a little tense. They are a bit nervous. This is now the tying run at the plate. Full count for Ben Sex. Fouls it off behind home plate. And that goes right to the glove of Pud Murray. It forces Muxon to slide back into second. 2 down. And to finish things off, it is Wash Muscles. And coming into shortstop is Twill Pigletter. Well, Mike Gunk hits it high and it far and into the glove of Rabbit Bracken to end the game. And it is, in fact, hats off to the Dashers. They secure the win. The final score of this game, the Milwaukee Dutchmen, 3 runs from 14 hits. The New York Haberdashers, 5 runs from 9 hits. Well, that is a game that got tense at the end, but the bullpen held on to it. It does pull the Haberdashers to 1 game under 500, 23-24. They will improve to, for the Dutchmen, 26-21. They are now 3 games behind the Dutchmen, 7.5 games from first place, Philadelphia. The Dutchmen fall to 4.5 games off of the lead. Of course, the box score will be in your afternoon papers tomorrow. The win goes to Rasmus Auctions, improves his record to 3-6. Wash Muscles gets his 2nd save of the season, which is impressive. He's only made 11 appearances and has already gotten 2 saves on his name. The loss goes to Savid Bowie. He will drop to 3-4. And we thank our friends at the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas, who bring you the finest dandies of the day for this and every game of the 1921 Continental League season. The 3rd finest dandy is the starting pitcher for the New York Haberdashers, Rasmus Auctions. Well, it feels like it was forever ago that he took a line drive right to the Yarbles. And yet, he did. And he came back and continued to pitch. Well, I think the testosterone was flowing despite other bodily functions. He is the 3rd finest dandy of the day, going 6 in a 3rd inning strong, striking out 1, only allowing 1 earned run, but 7 hits to his name. Quiney Jagoff is the 2nd finest dandy of the day, going 2 for 4, with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs coming from those 2 doubles. But the finest dandy of the day comes from the losing side, the Milwaukee Dutchmen. He gets a complimentary carton of Honeywheat cigarettes. Bing the bong! 4 for 5, a home run, a double, an RBI. He is your finest dandy of the day, brought to you by the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, who humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. That will do it for our broadcast. The New York Haberdashers head on the road to the city of Chicago, where they have a 3-game series against the Chicago Gin Drinkers. We'll be back here in Yonkers, New York for not for quite some time. They're on a road trip. They begin a road trip for several days. They'll be back on August 12th, where they welcome the Baltimore Washington Grasshoppers to the Rockefeller Oval. Starting in the next game against the Gin Drinkers will be Savusta Toucher for the Haberdashers, taking on Gary Antoinette of the Gin Drinkers. That will be a game that you will hear about in your newspapers, hopefully. But we'll be back again on the 12th when the Haberdashers welcome the Baltimore Washington Grasshoppers here on Radio WJZ. Until next time, I'm Scooch Closer. Thank you for listening. Hats off to you, and hats off to the Dashers.